Hello everybody, my name is Ollie Wells. I'm the headmaster at Harrow Haikou. There'll be quite a few changes happening for the school for the new academic year starting in September. I'll first start talking about the leadership team. We've got Mr. Steve Foster joining the Early Years Centre as the International Head of Early Years. He'll join Victoria Dai, who is currently the Chinese Head of the Early Years Centre, and then we will again have 2 people leading the Early Years Centre, which will be tremendous for the team. Mr. Foster will also be visiting the week beginning the 20th of May. He'll be joined by a team from AISL Harrow HQ to really get to know the school and to help us planning for future school improvements. In the pre-prep, we have Mr. Taurus Wu joining us from Beijing. He will be bringing an extra dimension of understanding to our pre-prep. He'll particularly be focused on bringing a Chinese voice into the leadership dimension within the pre-prep. In the upper school, we also have some changes to the leadership team. As you'll already be aware, Ms. Thorpe will be moving to be head of the upper school from her current position of Director of Studies. She will be joined by Ms. Dan Su, who is joining us also from the north of China, from Qingdao. She is highly regarded for her leadership experience, and we're really pleased with all the knowledge she'll be bringing to the school. In addition to her leadership experience in the education sector, I'm also pleased to say that she studied at Fudan University. We do have a number of other leaders joining the upper school team, and we'll be introducing them to you in more detail as the year goes on. One of the biggest changes that will be happening for the new academic year is the introduction of day boarding. Day boarding will be Tuesday to Thursday for Year 4 and above. It's an opportunity for the students to spend more time with their teachers. There'll be 3 major elements to the academic part of day boarding. Students will be able to work with their teachers for extra help. They'll be able to get support for their homework and also competition preparation relating to the subjects that are available that evening. There'll also be sport options, sport team practice, and music for students that want to pursue their music. There will inevitably be some limitations in the schedule. Because it's running Tuesday to Thursday, it may be that if somebody's in the sports team one night, the academic support that they would like is also on that same night. But as the school grows, we'll look to adjust these clashes. But for next year, the first time we're offering day boarding, some element of clash is inevitable. In addition to the day boarding program, we will also continue to have a variety of activities after school run by external parties. Those will particularly focus for those students who are too young for day boarding, but day boarding eligible students will also be able to attend if they wish to. On a Monday, when we're not running the day boarding, that's the day of the week that we'll particularly prefer to run extra long EAs into the after school activity time. That could be sports, and it could also be academic, but as our staff will be in training on a Monday evening, it wouldn't be led by our own staff. We're very fortunate to recently have had some fantastic visits from universities to talk to our parents and our students about preparing for university. As we've said a few times before, the universities confirmed the key things they're looking for in applications. They obviously want to see good grades, and they also want to see students demonstrate a deep interest and love of their subject beyond what they learn in the classroom. Work experience is very highly regarded, and so is a broad range of interests. The range of interests that students can find in our extracurricular program is particularly helpful for this. Through the Beacon project, we're starting to arrange students to have work experience, and the IPQ allows students to demonstrate their deep interest within the subject. The high academic results are also supported by our day boarding program, which allows students to have extra time after school with their teachers to give them that extra help that they need to boost their grade. In addition to having Arizona State University and Glasgow University present to our community recently, we also had Hamilton Gregg visit from Harrow Beijing, and next year we'll have Joe Morris visit from the Harrow in Hong Kong. And this shows the real strength of our group in supporting our school and our students with their university application. This summer is going to be tremendously exciting for our community. We have the first Harrow Games coming up at Harrow Bangkok, with our teams of boys and girls preparing rigorously to make sure they represent the school very well indeed. In addition to that, it's an Olympic year, very exciting opportunity for students to support their country in the Olympic competitions over the summer holidays. Me personally and my family, we're traveling to Europe this summer, and we're very fortunate to be going to see some of the Olympic competitions. We'll be visiting France and Spain, and so the children are already starting to develop their French and Spanish vocabulary so they can try things like ordering food in a restaurant while they're there. So anything you can do to give your children more variety of experience that they can find their interest will be tremendously helpful to them in the future.